welcome back. It's Amanda. Today I'm going to do a 7-channel split cup with my ladle strainer. And today I'm going to use another set of these Arteza pre-mixed pouring paints. This time I have the iridescent gem tones, and I'll show you the colors as I move everything around. I have Luscious Green. I have Groovy Turquoise, Precious Mint Green, and Refreshing Yellow. These are the 4 out of the Iridescent Gem Tones series. And I'm also going to add some Master's Touch Premix Pouring Paints. Today I'm going to use Navy, Sky, Sunshine, and I have some white to pour around my puddle before I spin. I like how I did it last time, where I'm gonna add music for you, either from iMovie or from a royalty-free playlist from Spotify. And I'm just going to layer my cup and pour and do all of the tilting and spreading and all of that stuff, and all of that with music. And I'll be back to talk to you at the end to let you know what I think about it. So enjoy the video, let me know what you think, and I'll be right back. I'm back. I just want to say I love it so much. I don't notice quite as many details as I did in the last one. And I did have that issue where it was running the opposite way that I expected it to run, and I had to stop and turn this canvas and do a second pour, and that's why you can see this part looks different than this part. But I don't mind the 2 parts looking different. That's what gives it something extra in my mind. I'm dripping a lot of paint. I feel like I have too much paint left. Maybe I should spin again. Maybe I could get some more details if I would spin again. But I like it so much, I just want to stop for now. As it sits, I can notice different little effects starting to pop up. Maybe they were there before and I just didn't notice them, but I think as it sits to develop, all of those iridescent paints next to the solid paints might continue to have some effects. So it may look a little bit different when it dries. And hopefully I can get a dry result video for you to put at the end of this video. Since I'm just doing one painting per week right now, if I plan early enough, I might be able to start popping those dry result videos at the end of the video. I don't know. A landscape is the only thing that comes to my mind, but it's not really like a landscape. I just don't know what else to call it. It's like a scene or something. I'll just have to take you down for the close-up so you can see the details. I just love it so much. I love these colors. I don't know if there was something I could have done to make it not all quite so dark, but I think that yellow, that sunshine that I put in there, I almost used golden sunlight, but I think that sunshine was that sunshine and then that navy were like the dark and the bright that I needed to add to this. I need to keep practicing and practice like the placement of where I start my pour, or try to figure out a way that I can spin the table as I pour. I think that would be a good idea, but I'm always kind of holding my ladle just in case. Maybe I need to trust that my ladle's gonna be okay and I can gently turn my table as I go, because whenever I stopped and I turned it and I poured again, I have like the two separate pours on here, but they go together so well. I think any way you look at this, it looks nice, and I think whenever it dries, it's gonna look nice, unless it loses a lot of details as it dries. But my last one really didn't lose anything when it dried, so I'm hoping this one doesn't either. I'll take you down for the close-up, and thanks as always for watching. Have a blessed day. Bye. Okay, I'll go in and show you the close-up. You can see the details easier in the close-up. You can see all of the shimmer from those iridescent paints. That's what I love about them the most. But they are really, really pretty colors, and they're really vibrant colors, and they dry really nice. That looks like a goddess. I can see her with a crown and a cape behind her and a dress or long clothes. Anyway, I love these colors dry really nice too. It's not just the sparkle, they dry very vibrant. They don't lose their color as they dry. That yellow adds so much. That sunshine just gives it that pop of color that it needed next to all those colors that were similar. That sunshine and the navy, I think, were super important. And then the sky is so much lighter than everything else that it almost looks white next to these colors. Sorry, I got a little bit too close. There's just so much to see in this one. And it reminds me of water or land or a pond, or some parts look like they have a bunch of little pebbles or stones. This looks like maybe a bunch of little yellow flowers. I don't know. You'll have to let me know what you think. I love it so much. I used a little bit too much paint. Next time I'll try to do better on that. I'm loving these ladle strainer pours. I don't know when I'll have a chance to do another one because I'm recording this ahead of time while my family's out of town. And when my family is home, I don't often have as much of a chance to use this table. And some pours I need this table for. So I don't know when I'll be able to do another one of these, I don't have any more round canvases. I need to get some more of those as well. But let me know what you think. I think it looks like this is like underwater maybe down here, and that's like a storm or something like shooting into the water, and like where that yellow bends is like the impact of like a large rock or something going into the water. I don't know. But I love it. I love the details I get with these pours, and especially with these paints. So I'll definitely do some more whenever I can. Let me know what you think in the comments, and have a blessed day. Bye. Okay, I just want to show you, I have my recording light set where you can really see this painting. I told you I would try to get you a dry result for the end of the video. Well, as this one was drying last night, it started cracking. I haven't had cracking. Right there you can see the white, that's the canvas underneath, or the white flow extender paint, I'm not sure exactly, but you can see there are little lines of cracking all over this one. Sorry, low battery message made it go blank on me for a minute. But there are little cracks all over this one. I haven't had cracking in ages. I used to get cracking sometimes with, if I had different paint consistencies, like a, craft paint or like an extreme sheen paint with my normal paints that I mix myself. Sometimes the consistencies in those are different and they would give a little bit of a texture to like a blowout or something, but this has cracked everywhere. And I don't think that it's a difference in paint consistencies, because the Arteza and the Master's Touch that I used are both pre-mixed pouring paints, and they were really nice and very similar inconsistencies. I'm just gonna go around while I talk. But I think what happened were three things. Number one, I think I heated it too long the last time I torched. So that led into number two. It caused the top of the painting to dry faster than the paint underneath. So if the top layer was dry and then the rest was still kind of wet, I think as the underneath expands, it kind of splits open that top layer. And also another thing, I do have it kind of warmer in my house right now because it's winter and it's like 13 degrees outside and I'm really cold natured. So I don't think it's too warm in here for it. I think I have it at 73, but I think that again, the top dried faster than the bottom, probably because I overheated it. But then the third thing was, I forget what the third thing was that I came up with last night for why this happened. I heated it too much, it dried too quickly on top. Oh, I had too much paint. I left too much paint on the canvas. You can look in these cracks, like I can touch, you can, I don't know if you can tell, but you can see how deep the paint is on either side of the cracks. I think I left too much paint on the canvas. I used too much. My split cup was an 8-ounce split cup, and I tried not to fill it all the way, but I really only needed about 5 ounces of paint, probably maybe 6 at most. And I probably used 7 ounces of paint maybe, because I don't know, but I used too much paint. I left too much paint on the canvas and the top dried too fast. So now what I'm trying to figure out is how I'm going to fix this. I know I don't want to pour over it. I don't want to get rid of it. I still like the overall look of the canvas. The cracks are, I've had ones whenever I first started that cracked that kind of ruined the piece to me. But now I'm trying to think of ways to embellish this to kind of cover those. There are an awful lot of cracks in this one. I don't know that I've ever had this many cracks in one. But I'm thinking about getting some crystal chips, like there are some sellers on Etsy that sell crystal chips. I'm thinking about looking for some kind of green and blue crystal chips to add into this one. And maybe just kind of put the crystals where those holes are, or like where the cracks are. And I have some stickers that I bought for like a resin project that I want to do that I have been putting off because I'm afraid to mess it up. I thought about putting some of like the little inspirational quotes on different spots on the canvas, and then putting some crystals around those quotes, and then putting like a resin coat over the whole thing. I can't put a lot, I can't put that many quotes where all the cracks are, but I can put a few, and I can put some crystals on it and then maybe resin over and see how that turns out. I've been wanting to try that with some other pieces with these signs that I want to put my canvas down into and then resin around, but I've been afraid to mess up some of my good paintings by doing that. So I think if I try that with this one first that's already kind of ruined, then I can see if it's going to work or not, and I'm not really losing a good piece because it's already ruined. So sorry this was kind of long, but I just wanted to show you what happened and talk about what I'm thinking about it. So let me know what you think. Thanks as always for watching. Have a blessed day. Bye.